Hello, everyone. Has there ever been a time when you just felt like you just can't make it through the day? Maybe you've been dealing with the situation with your finances. Maybe you received a bill from the IRS and you're thinking to yourself, how in the world are you going to pay this? And there's interest compiling on top of it. Maybe you heard some pretty horrible news from your work or from family, and you just feel like you just can't muster up the strength to deal with it. Well, if this is you, and let me tell you, your kids go through the same thing. They deal with things at school. There's pressures on them. There's deadlines. Many of your kids probably are honor students, and they're probably in these classes like AP and honor classes where it's really demanding upon them, including all the clubs, the sports, and all the extracurricular activities that you may have your children involved in. And it could get to the point where you ask their children and yourself are asking the question, how are you actually going to make it? Well, today we're going to be continuing in our journey on the 12 most important Bible texts that your children should know, including parents. And today we like to take a look in our sequence of texts, as we have looked at these last four, at a new text found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. It is so easy to remember, and here's what it says. I can do, what does it say? All things. That includes emotional, mental, physical things, goals. I can do all things, but here's how you can do it. You can do it if you give it to Jesus Christ. I can do all things through Christ, who is the one who strengthens me. So you see, we as humans are weak. Sometimes we have our certain capabilities, and then all of a sudden we come to the very end of our threshold, and we say, how are we going to make another day? Well, you can do all things if you give it to Jesus Christ, who can strengthen you. How does this happen? All you have to do is get into your prayer place. You don't have to kneel. You don't have to do anything special. You can do it while you're driving a car. You can do it while you're cooking a dinner, or while you are on a walk, or when you're outside in nature walking your dog, or in a gym. You can go to Jesus in that private prayer in your mind, and you can ask God, Lord, here's the issue that I'm dealing with. Please give me strength. And you know what? This is a promise. God put this text in Philippians for a very specific purpose. He knew that you and I today, as we are here in a very turbulent time in our world, it's crazy going on, a lot of things going on around the geopolitical tensions around the globe, and we're worried about our finances, we're worried about the disasters that may have stricken our communities. Whatever you are dealing with, you can go to Christ and He will give you strength and help you deal with whatever you are dealing with. Now, I know that many of you are saying to yourself, it just can't happen. You know, I've gone to Jesus and it feels like I can't make it. Well, I want to encourage you to keep on going to Christ and keep on trusting on Him, because you know what? Jesus will give you strength. You just have to have a little bit of patience, have a little trust, and just hold on, and you can do it. All right, so that is a promise I want you to claim. It's super easy to remember, super easy for your children to memorize. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Okay, until next time, remember that you have these daily promises that God has given you. God is alive and He cares for you. He sees you. Until then, God bless.